With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered in misery's gloom. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered in misery's gloom. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered in misery's gloom. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered in misery's gloom. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered in misery's gloom. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered in misery's gloom. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered in misery's gloom. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered in misery's gloom. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered in misery's gloom. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered in misery's gloom. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered in misery's gloom. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered in misery's gloom. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered in misery's gloom. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered in misery's gloom. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered in misery's gloom. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered in misery's gloom. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered in misery's gloom. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered in misery's gloom. With folded hands, the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered in misery's gloom. With folded hands, beseech the Buddhas of all directions, light of Dharma for all bewildered in misery's gloom. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered misery. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered in misery's gloom. Folded hands, the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of for misery. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered in misery's gloom. With folded hands, beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered in misery's gloom. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered in misery's gloom. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered in misery's gloom. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered in misery's gloom.
Okay. How many of you are regular students of Geshe Dorje Damlola? Most of you? How many of you are coming here for the first time or quite new to Tibet House? Oh, quite a few people. Okay, very good. Thank you so much. So, I'm sorry Geshe-la is not here. Geshe-la is in Israel, where people like him are very much needed. So you have to put up with me for the next hour or so. Already almost 11. We have quite a lot of prayers to get through. So I'm hoping what we can remember is the heartfelt feeling behind our prayers and the meaning and gratitude for what this day represents, which is Lord Buddha's great love and compassion for us, and his what he did for us, striving for so many lifetimes to be able to benefit sentient beings. So whatever we do, we do with that kind of appreciation, and also rejoice that at this time, in these challenging, degenerate times, especially during election times, there are still people who are interested to come to Tibet House and engage in this kind of practice. That's so wonderful. So rejoice that all of us are here. We're here because of each and every other person here. Yeah, it wouldn't happen if we just came here on our own. So we depend on the kindness of everybody in this room, and the kindness of Tibet House organizers, and especially the kindness of Geshe Dorje Damlola, and of course His Holiness the Dalai Lama, which is why Tibet House is here in the first place. So we remember also the great contribution of His Holiness, and the Tibetan people in preserving the Buddha Dharma for us. The former chelas of India now become the gurus. They are our gurus now, so many of the Tibetan lamas, so we owe so much to them. So out of gratitude to them, we can in a very small way repay their kindness by trying to attempt these practices, these prayers. The best way to please each other and the Buddhas and His Holiness is to, out of love, compassion, and skillfully to help others, to benefit others as much as we can, not to harm. So That's why we're doing this practice, this amazing practice of the bodhicitta, the extraordinary mind that cherishes others more than oneself. So, yeah, we should really be so happy to be here. So, don't worry if you miss something, on television or some other event, or, or had to, not able to prepare your favorite breakfast before coming here. Be happy you're here, okay? And we can enjoy together a feast of the Dharma. Yeah. So, any shortcomings, please forgive, because because of the afflictions in one's mind, one cannot do the practice very well sometimes. I might make a few mistakes in the way Geshe-la does it. I had a quick review from Geshe-la at a funeral, actually, at a cremation, so I may not have got every point exactly, but I'm hoping we can approximate. Okay, I just need to check with one of the organizers. When do we have to finish by? Is there an absolute beyond which we cannot go point? It's 10:30 to 12 in the program, and this is India, not Japan or Germany. So do we have some leeway?
Yes.
Who said yes?
He always runs over.
Okay, so if Geshe-la always runs over, yeah, I hope you don't have any important appointments at 12, because we may not be able to stop. Can we go beyond 12? Yeah. Huh? 12:15. What's happening at 12:15? Nothing. But yeah, we'll try and stop, because maybe it's partly a holiday for people. So look, we have quite a lot to do. Geshe-la gave us a lot of work to do. And it's a pity to rush through things, but some prayers we will have to rush through. If it's too much of a rush, just remember the main point, okay? You have Guru Shakyamuni Buddha and His Holiness behind me here. Just remember them, remember their kindness, and especially if you feel there's too many words, just remember those main things, kindness of Geshe-la, and really feel that wish to repay the kindness of mother sentient beings as much as we can. और आप लोग बोर हो जाएंगे ना तो थोड़ा आराम कर लेना, कोई बात नहीं है, ठीक है ना? Yeah, I think that will be. I don't want people to suffer too much. Okay, so yeah, can you Mayaji, if they get restless. Okay, so now preliminary prayers, page 3. All right? So I'm following Geshe-la's instructions, all right? So I'm not making anything up. So visualize Buddha Shakyamuni and His Holiness, all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, yeah, as written there. They're looking upon us as a mother does towards her only child. And then you can imagine, if you wish, that your parents are also here, mother on the left, father on the right, and all the other dear mother sentient beings, the people in this room, and just limitless sentient beings beyond this room. And we are leading them. So think, I'm responsible, I'm leading them. They are so confused and unhappy, I'm leading them. I'm going to shine the light of the Dharma for them, just like we recited while lighting the lamps. Yeah. Okay, so just remember that we all have the Buddha nature, we are all perfect, potentially, even though we have many doubts and regrets and feel that we are terrible. We engage in a competition about who is the most terrible. So that's all nonsense. We all have Buddha nature. Remember that. We are all potential Buddhas. It's temporarily confused. So be happy at that. So we're going to remove the obscuring veils, as written here, the contaminated karma, the negative emotions, yeah, and also the cognitive obscurations that prevent us becoming fully omniscient. All of that we're going to eliminate by doing this practice. So think before that, I'm just for a minute or two going to calm my mind with the breath awareness. So simply being peaceful and happy, observing the breath. Not wanting anything, not rejecting anything, simply being here in this marvelous present moment with your breath, sense of relaxing and letting go as you breathe out, and your very posture reminding you of your dignified human quality and your open-hearted, gentle quality that is reflected in your posture. And so think again, all these practices I'm going to do now in the next hour are for the to repay the kindness of the kind Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and all the kind mother sentient beings who have been kind to me since beginningless time. They've been kind to me. I must help them. So this verse here. Infused by great compassion, you taught the immaculate Dharma to dispel all perverted views. To you, the Gautam Buddha, I pay homage. Infused by great compassion, you taught the immaculate Dharma to dispel all perverted views. To you, the Buddha Gautam, I pay homage. Infused by great compassion, you taught the immaculate Dharma to dispel all perverted views. To you, the Buddha Gautam, I pay homage. Independent origination, there's no ceasing, no rising, no annihilation, no permanence, no coming, no going, no separateness, no sameness. I prostrate to the consummate Buddha, the supreme among all teachers, the one who taught this peace, which is freed of elaborations. I prostrate to the mothers of the hearers, the Bodhisattvas and the Buddhas, who, through the knowledge of all, leads hearers seeking pacification to complete peace, who, through the knowledge of paths, causes those helping migrators to achieve the aims of the world, and who, through the possession of omniscience, helps subduers expound a variety of teachings. The one who is transformed into the reliable guide, motivated by altruism to benefit sentient beings, the teacher, Sugata and protector, to you I make prostrations. The one who has eliminated the web of conceptualizations and is endowed with the divine bodies of the vast and the profound, who eternally shines forth the forever noble light rays. To you, the Buddha, I make prostrations. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By my accumulations of the practice of giving and other perfections, may I attain to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By my accumulations of the practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. And once in Tibetan, we can do those who want. Sangye chudon sagi chanam la yanche bade danyi kyapsuchi dagi jinso gipe sonam ki dola penchi sangye doba sho. Inspired by wisdom and compassion, today in the Buddha's presence, I generate the mind of full awakening for the benefit of all sentient beings. Okay, so you have a wonderful way of reciting this next mantra at Tibet House. So we do it that way. I think I can remember how you do it. Dharma hetu prabhava hetu Shantathagato yavadat tesam jayo nirodha evam vadi mahashaya Mahashramanaye Swaha. O ye dharma hetu prabhava hetu teshan tathagato hyavadat teshan jayo nirada evam vadi mahashramanaye swaha. O ye dharma hetu prabhava hetu teshan tathagato hyavadat teshan jayo nirodha evam vadi mahashramanaye swaha. All phenomena arise from causes. The causes are taught by the Tathagata. The cessation of the causes as well is taught by the great seer. Profound, peaceful, elaboration-free, clear light, non-composite, such is the nectar-like dharma I have discovered. Finding no one to fathom this teaching, in silence I will retire into the woods. Just remember, the Buddha almost, thought of not teaching because it was too difficult. So how wonderful that then he was approached by certain noble beings and was then motivated. Of course, he was always motivated to teach, but it needed some sentient beings to request him. So then the Buddha taught. So how fortunate we are that he did not retire into the woods. Those of you who remember Robert Frost's poem will, the woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, miles to go before I sleep, miles to go before I sleep. So like Lord Buddha, there's work to be done, to benefit the sentient beings. So, not yet time to go into the forest. Okay. Beyond utterance, thought, and expression is the perfection of wisdom, which is unborn, unceased, has the nature of space. It is the object of apprehension of self-realized wisdom. To you, the mother of Buddhas at the 3 times, I pay obeisance. The next verse we can do, it's very nice in Tibetan. Loy ma sang ye loy ma che de shin loy ma ge de ante ko ingi je po loy ma ke loy ma The Guru is the Buddha, Guru is the Dharma, likewise the Guru is the Sangha. The Guru is the source of all happiness. I go for refuge in the Guru. By the sound of the vibrant drum of Dharma, please liberate all beings of miseries. I beseech you to kindly remain and give teachings until the end of the expanse of billions of eons. The Buddha does not wash the negativities of beings, nor does he remove their miseries by his hands. His spiritual realizations are not transferred to them. It is by his teaching the truth, suchness, that beings are liberated. Remember, we have to do this work ourselves. The Buddha is the Margdarshak. He shows the path. We have to practice it. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered in misery's gloom. So now we'll go through some of the following, starting with this marvelous teaching on the 4 attachments. If you're attached to this life, then you're not a spiritual practitioner. If you're attached to samsara, you have no renunciation. If you're attached to your own self-interest, you have no bodhicitta. If there is grasping, then you do not have the view. Let us turn to page 14. Praise to Shakyamuni Buddha. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, subduer from the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. We'll carry on. When, O supreme amongst humans, you were born on this earth, you paced out 7 strides, then said, I am supreme in this world. To you who are wise then, I prostrate. With pure bodies, form supremely pure, wisdom ocean like a golden mountain, fame that blazes in the 3 worlds, winner of the best, Lord, to you I prostrate. With the supreme signs, face like a spotless moon, color like gold, to you I prostrate. Dust free like you, the 3 worlds are not. Incomparable wise one, to you I prostrate. The Savior having great compassion, the Founder having all qualities, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean, to you the Tathagat I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, to the one path, the sublime pure reality, to the Dharma that pacifies, I prostrate. Those who are liberated and also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified with realizations, you who are devoted to the moral precepts, to you, the Sangha, I prostrate. Do not commit any non-virtuous actions. Perform only perfect virtuous actions. Subdue your mind thoroughly. This is the teaching of the Buddha. Star, a visual aberration, flame of a lamp, an illusion, a drop of dew or a bubble, a dream, a flash of lightning, a cloud, see conditioned things as such. Through these merits may sentient beings attain the rank of all-seeing, subdue the foe of false, and be delivered from samsara's ocean by the waves of aging, sickness, and death. Then His Holiness's supplication to Sakyamuni Buddha, the drumbeat of truth. I bow down to you, the liberator, Lion of the Shakyas, who perfected all ultimate qualities of omniscience and compassion, who has been praised as the white lotus, the protector of all beings, who dispels all sufferings through the teachings of dependent arising. As you prophesied and foretold through your glorious speech that your teachings would spread in a northerly direction, the entire teachings of the conqueror spread throughout the land of snow, becoming an ornament and sign of good fortune for the world. However, due to the force of unwholesome deeds, today the teachings of the conqueror have declined. O greatly compassionate one, the time has come to bestow protection with compassion. Triumphant beings spent and drained through unending suffering are on the brink of extinction. Thus the entire human and celestial population of the land of snow are drawn together out of intense faith, solidarity, and altruism to offer this ornamental crown protrusion of refined gold, this supreme alms bowl of a sage, and these fine saffron robes. Imagine we are people of India also offering these to the Buddha, not just the Tibetan people, but Indian people offering the Ushnish, the alms bowl, and fine saffron robes. We're offering to the Buddha here, and to imagine you're offering to the holy image in Bodh Gaya, and all of the images, throughout India and throughout the world, offering to Shakyamuni Buddha oneness with your Guru, oneness with His Holiness. In this way, creating the cause to continually receive the Dharma, the holy Dharma, which does not deceive. Whatever extensive collection of merit and wisdom results from these offerings, as well as all the heaps of virtue of the 3 times, I dedicate to the conqueror's teachings, the source of all peace and happiness for all beings, including the celestials. So the teachings will not decline, but will abide for a very long time. For all sentient beings within the expanse of space, and in particular all inhabitants of this Jambudvip, May loving and compassionate thoughts and deeds prosper, and violent conflict cease forever, having dispelled all inner and outer obstacles and downfalls, such as poverty, despair, oppression, cruelty, epidemics, natural disasters due to environmental degradation. May all beings forever enjoy the glory of peace and happiness, inseparable from the precious radiance of appreciating others' good qualities, recognizing mutually close ties and friendship, maintaining an unbiased attitude towards all who follow Buddhist and non-Buddhist traditions. May I voluntarily enact deeds solely for the benefit of all sentient beings. Please remember here His Holiness's great wish, one of his great wishes, aspirations for friendship amongst all the traditions of Tibetan Buddhism and all the Buddhists, and then all Buddhists and non-Buddhists. So interfaith dialogue, harmony, understanding among all the faiths of the world. Please pray for His Holiness's vision in this regard to be realized. Especially in the refreshingly cool land, may the degenerated teaching of the conqueror be restored and prosper without decline, and with the renewed peace and joy of spiritual and temporal freedom, may the immediate and long-term aspirations of the Tibetan people be quickly fulfilled. May all those individuals whose service has contributed to keeping the banner of spiritual and temporal deeds aloft in the land of snow continue to shoulder their responsibility with a dedicated spirit and informed mind, and may they be looked after in life after life by the holder of the lotus. In the realm of the Dharma, may the heaps of irreligious deeds be dispelled by the truth, and all positive temporal and spiritual activities which are altruistically motivated be quickly fulfilled in accord with the Dharma. By the truth of the Dharma, may everything sacrilegious come to an end. So I think we'll have to skip the praise to the Nalanda Masters, which is okay since it is Buddha Purnima. But those who have time later today, everything you do today is multiplied, depending which Lama's teaching you read, 100,000, 10 million, 100 million, you take your pick. Anyway, whatever you recite today is multiplied, so enjoy enjoy the multiplication. Okay, so then Heart Sutra, very important. Heart Sutra, page 29, the essence of the wisdom teachings of all the Buddhas. And Buddha, as you know, said that all of his basic teachings are to lead the practitioner towards understanding the tenets, so we can understand emptiness clearly and be free. Okay, Heart of Sutra, Perfection of Wisdom Sutra. Arya Bhagavati Pragya Paramita Hirde Sutra, in Tibetan Shirab Nyingpo. I prostrate to the Arya Triple Gem. Thus did I hear at one time the Buddha was dwelling on mass of Vulture's Mountain in Rajgir, together with a great community of monks and a great community of Bodhisattvas. At that time the Buddha was absorbed in concentration on the categories of phenomena called profound illumination. Also at that time the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Arya Lovikiteshwar looked upon the very practice, the profound illumination of wisdom, beheld those five aggregates also as empty of inherent nature. Then through the power of the Buddha, the Venerable Shariputra said this to the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Arya Avalokiteshwar: how should any child of the lineage who wishes to practice the activity of the profound perfection of wisdom train? He said that, and the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Arya Avalokiteshwar said this to the Venerable Sharadvatiputra: Shariputra, any daughter or son of the lineage who wishes to practice the activity of the profound perfection of wisdom should look upon it like this, correctly and repeatedly beholding those five aggregates also as empty of inherent nature. Form is empty, emptiness is form. Emptiness not other than form. Form is also not other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, compositional factors, and consciousness are empty. Shariputra, likewise, all phenomena are empty, without characteristic, unproduced, unceased, stainless, not without stain, not deficient, not fulfilled. Shariputra, therefore, in emptiness there's no form, no feeling, no discrimination, no compositional factors, no consciousness, no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no visual form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no object of touch, and no phenomena. There is no I element and so forth, up to and including no mind element and no mental consciousness element. There's no ignorance, no extinction of ignorance, and so on, up to and including no aging and death and no extinction of aging and death. Similarly, there's no suffering, origination, cessation, and path. There's no exalted wisdom, no attainment, also no non-attainment. Shariputra, therefore, because there's no attainment, Bodhisattvas rely on and dwell in the perfection of wisdom. The mind without obscuration and thus without fear. Pause here briefly. Think how amazing it would be if life were without any anxiety, without any fear. Without any fear whatsoever. Wouldn't that be amazing? No fear. No anxiety. So this is how the Bodhisattvas live, practicing the perfection of wisdom. Beyond all fear. No clinging to this self, no self-grasping ignorance, no fear. Wow, how amazing. No fear, then perfect energy to benefit others, Unbelievable. I think we must achieve this, just like these great bodhisattvas. Having completely passed beyond error, they reach the end point of nirvana. All the Buddhas who dwell in the three times also manifestly completely awaken to unsurpassable, perfect, complete enlightenment in reliance on the perfection of wisdom. Therefore, the mantra of the perfection of wisdom, the mantra of great knowledge, the unsurpassed mantra, the mantra equal to the unequal, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering, should be known as the truth, since it is not false. The mantra of the perfection of wisdom is declared. Who knows the tune for this? The Tibet house tune? The Tibet house tune? Yeah? Huh? Okay. O Thayata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhisvaha 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 Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhisvaha. Shariputra, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, should train in the profound perfection of wisdom like that. Then the Buddha rose from that concentration, commended the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Arya Avalokiteshvara, saying, well said, son of the lineage, it's like that. One should practice the profound perfection of wisdom just as you have indicated. Even the Tathagats will rejoice. The Buddha having thus spoken, the Venerable Shariputra, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Arya Avalokiteshvara, those surrounding in their entirety along with the world, gods, humans, Asuras and Gandharvas, were overjoyed, highly praised by that spoken by the Buddha. This completes the Arya Bhagavati Pragya Paramita Hirde Sutra. And then this is practice now for dispelling obstacles. So if you feel any obstacles in your life or for India, for the world, all the obstacles you can feel are being dispelled, released into the sphere of emptiness. Tayata Om Gate Paragate Parasam Gate Bodhi Swaha. By the teaching of the three supreme jewels possessing the power of truth, may inner and outer hindrances be transformed. May they be dispelled. May they be non-existent. May they be pacified. May all negative forces opposed to the Dharma be completely pacified. May the host of 80,000 obstacles be pacified. May we be separated from problems and conditions harmful to the Dharma. May all enjoyments be in accord with the Dharma. May auspiciousness and perfect happiness pervade this place now. Pata nahi tha na ki taali bajega. Okay, 8 verses. Let's do the 8 verses. It's so amazing. His Holiness recites this every morning. He says since he was a child, since he was taught this, he has recited these 8 verses on page 32. Let's recite them. Because if we can even begin to practice these 8 verses, then really we are fulfilling what our gurus want us to do. With the determination to achieve the highest aim for the benefit of all sentient beings, which surpasses even the wish-fulfilling gem, may I hold them dear at all times. Whenever I interact with someone, may I view myself as the lowest amongst all, and from the very depths of my heart, respectfully hold others as superior. In all my deeds may I probe into my mind, and as soon as mental and emotional afflictions arise, as they engender myself and others, may I strongly confront them and avert them. When I see beings of unpleasant character oppressed by strong negativity and suffering, may I hold them dear, for they are rare to find, as if I have discovered a jewel treasure. When others, out of jealousy, treat me wrongly with abuse, slander, and scorn, may I take upon myself the defeat and offer to others the victory. When someone whom I have helped, or in whom I have placed great hopes, mistreats me in extremely hurtful ways, may I regard them still as my precious teacher. In brief, may I offer both benefit and joy to all my mothers, both directly and indirectly. May I quietly take upon myself my mothers. May all this remain undefiled by the stains of the 8 mundane concern. And may I, recognizing all things as illusions, devoid of clinging, be released from bondage. From my 2 collections, vast space that I've amassed, from working with effort at this practice for a great length of time, may I become the chief leading Buddha for all those whose mind's wisdom eye is blinded by ignorance. Okay, let's do the 7-limb puja, extracts from this wonderful Samanta Bhadracharya Pranidhana, the Monlam, Zangchu Monlam. I bow down to the youthful Arya Manjushri, you lions amongst humans, gone to freedom in the present, past and future, in the worlds of 10 directions. To all of you with body, speech and sincere mind, I bow down with the energy of aspiration for the Bodhisattva way, with a sense of deep respect, and with as many bodies as atoms of the world. To all you Buddhas visualized as real, I bow down. On every atom are Buddhas, numberless as atoms, each amidst a host of Bodhisattvas, and I am confident the sphere of all phenomena is entirely filled with Buddhas in this way. So please meditate. Every atom is filled with Buddhas, surrounded by Bodhisattvas. Every atom. So not just the Buddha on the altar or the tanka, but the Buddhas, every atom. Imagine, throughout space, filled with Buddhas, and oneself is making praise to them. One's own body multiplied infinite times. Infinite bodies of oneself and all sentient beings are making this praise and prostrations to infinite Buddhas. Verse 4. Oh, with infinite oceans of praise for you and oceans of sound from the aspects of my voice, I sing the excellence of Buddhas. I celebrate all of you, Sagata. Beautiful flowers, regal garlands, sweet music, scented oils and parasols, sparkling light, sublime incense. I offer to you, victorious ones, fine dress, fragrant perfumes, sandalwood powder, heaped high as Mount Meru, all wondrous offerings in spectacular array. I offer to you, victorious ones, with transcendent offerings, fearless and vast, with profound admiration for all the Buddhas, with strength of conviction in the Bodhisattva way. I offer and bow down to all victorious ones. So now, visualize there are offerings on the altar, beautiful offerings, and the light offerings we made. Now imagine whole of space is filled with offerings. All the different kind of offerings, to water for washing, water for drinking, flowers, incense, light, yeah, and then food, and perfumes, and music, filling space, being offered to all the Buddha's Bodhisattvas, or oneness with your Guru, if you have one, bringing great bliss to their holy minds. Uncontaminated great bliss, free from any kind of grasping. Feel so happy making all these offerings, mental offerings. Then we regret our harmful actions, every harmful action I've done with my body, speech and mind, overwhelmed by attachment, anger and confusion. All these I openly lay bare before you. So we don't fall into guilt, but we can have regret. We realize we are Buddha nature, so temporarily we made mistakes due to our lack of mindfulness, due to carelessness and so forth, and the power of the disturbing emotions, habitual patterns, but we are not that. We are not inherently one with these negative emotions, so we should not feel despair or guilt. We should feel healthy regret that as much as possible now I'm going to refrain from these unskillful actions of body, speech and mind as much as I can. Next verse, very important, rejoicing. I lift up my heart and rejoice in all the merit of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in 10 directions, of solitary realizers, hearers still training, and those beyond, and of all ordinary beings. So now first of all, please remember some of the good things you have done. Every one of us has done something beneficial to help others, or some kind of Dharma work, or helping a center, whatever. Working at Tibet house, whatever. So giving a small handful of food, a pinch of food to an animal, whatever. Remembering this, lift up your heart and rejoice, thinking how wonderful it is, how wonderful it is. Be so happy at the good action you have done. How wonderful it is. Then think about your Dharma friends, other people. Maybe some of them do much more than we do, many more actions of Dharma or good actions, or, they are somehow better than us, we feel. Better clothes, better body, better results in the exams. So rather than feel upset or envious, again, rejoice. How wonderful it is. This person has done this or has that. How wonderful it is. Be so happy that other people are doing good actions, more than us even, and are enjoying the results of positive karma. How wonderful it is. Be happy. Don't feel even a tiny bit of envy or jealousy. And then for those of you who are students of Geshe-la, for example, now you can think Geshe-la is teaching in Israel, where people need so much inspiration and so forth. So think how wonderful that is. Geshe-la is out of his compassion and his skill and everything, he's teaching. And then so many other of our gurus are teaching and benefiting others all day long, some of them all night long as well. They don't sleep, some of the gurus. So think how amazing, how wonderful that is. How wonderful that is. Cherishing others more than themselves. How wonderful it is. And then my own teacher, Lama Zopa Rinpoche, he advises to rejoice in all of the holy actions of the saints and rishis, munis of all of the traditions, all of the religions. They have special people who have good heart, wisdom, benefit others so much. So remembering these saints, rishi, munis of all the traditions, all their good actions, how wonderful it is, how wonderful it is. Serving, helping suffering sentient beings, how wonderful it is. So then, verse 10, you who are the bright lights of worlds in 10 directions, who have attained the Buddha's omniscience through the stages of awakening, all of you who are my guides, please turn the supreme wheel of Dharma. With palms together, I earnestly request you who may actualize Parinirvana, please stay with us for eons, numberless as atoms of the world, for the happiness and well-being of all wanderers in samsara. Whatever slight merit I may have accumulated by making prostrations, offering, confessing, rejoicing, and requesting the Buddha stay and teach, I now dedicate all this for the full awakening of all beings. Foundation of all good qualities. Geshe-la was insistent. This is very important. Lama Tsongkhapa's text. The foundation. This is page 39. Foundation of all good qualities is the kind and perfect pure Guru. Correct devotion to him is the root of the path. By clearly seeing this, applying great effort, please bless me to rely upon him with great respect, understanding that the precious freedom of this rebirth is found only once, greatly meaningful, difficult to find again. Please bless me to drain the mind that unceasingly day and night takes its essence. This life is as impermanent as a water bubble. Remember how quickly it decays and death comes. After death, just like a shadow follows the body, the results of virtuous, non-virtuous karma follow. Finding firm and definite conviction in this, please bless me always to be careful to abandon even the slightest negativity and accomplish all virtuous deeds. Our expenditures are unsatisfying, unreliable. Seeking them is the door to all suffering. Recognizing these shortcomings, please bless me to generate strong wish for the bliss of liberation. Led by this pure thought, mindfulness, alertness, great caution arise. The root of the teachings, keeping the pratimoksha vows. Please bless me to accomplish this essential practice. Just as I've fallen into the sea of samsara, so of all mother migratory beings, please bless me to see this, train in supreme bodhicitta, bear the responsibility to freeing migratory beings. Even if I develop bodhicitta, but I don't practice 3 types of morality, I'll not achieve enlightenment. With my clear recognition of this, please bless me to practice the bodhisattva vow with great energy. Once I pacify distractions, the wrong object, correctly analyze the meaning of reality, please bless me to generate quickly within my mind stream the unified path of calm abiding, special insight. Having become a pure vessel by training in the general path, please bless me to enter the holy gateway of the fortunate one, the supreme Vajra vehicle. At that time, the basis of accomplishing the 2 attainments, keeping pure vows and samaya. As I have become firmly convinced of this, please bless me to protect these vows and pledges like my life. Then, having realized the importance of the 2 stages, the essence of Vajrayana, by practicing with great energy, never giving up the 4th session, please bless me to realize the teachings of the Holy Guru. Like that, may the Gurus who show the noble path, the spiritual friends who practice it, have long lives. Please bless me to pacify completely all outer inner hindrances in all my lives, never separated from perfect Gurus. enjoy the magnificent dharma by completing the qualities, stages and paths, may I quickly attain the state of Vajradhara. Mime se vete chinchirizi, dime kembe wampo jampe an, dripu malu jangwe zongwe nang, ganchenge beso kien son kapa, lozanda pe shablazo wade. Your Avalokiteshvara, great treasure of compassion, not aimed at true existence, and Manjushri, master of flawless wisdom, as well as Vajrapani, destroyer of hordes of demons without exception, Tsongkhapa, crown jewel of the sage of the land of snows, Losang Dakpa, at your feet, I make requests. So take a few deep breaths. Now we're coming to the what we're supposed to do today. However, as you know, preparation is useful. Gets the dharmic juices flowing, as it were. So now page 42. So again, if you have a guru, visualize them, remember them. They are oneness with Shakyamuni Buddha. So now we're going to go quite quickly through renunciation, bodhicitta, wisdom of emptiness, but we'll stop a little bit to meditate, otherwise it becomes meaningless. So now, first renunciation. Remember, you are with all sentient beings, the people in the room, your parents also. Remember your kind parents and all these other beings, the kind beings, the neutral beings, and the people who give you a hard time. They're also suffering, they also want to be happy, they also have the Buddha nature. So now renunciation, meditation on the four seals. All composite things are impermanent. All contaminated things are of the nature of suffering. Everything is of the nature of emptiness and selflessness. So now, if those who are habitual, who come to a Tibet house, you know some of these meditations. So briefly use one that you find useful on emptiness. Meanwhile, those of us who are a bit new, you can think that up to now, since beginning this time, we have been cheated. We have been cheated, not by other people so much, but by our own ignorance, taking impermanent things to be permanent, thinking that things in the nature of suffering are actually pleasurable or in the nature of happiness, thinking that things that are actually dependent arisings and depending on many causes and conditions, we are thinking that they are existing inherently from their own side, by their own power. We've been cheated by this kind of mind, this kind of ignorance, since beginningless time. So we're going to get rid of this kind of faulty thinking, be sick and tired of it, so that we can be free of this monstrous ocean of cyclic existence. So transcending sorrow is peace, or nirvana is peace. That's what the Buddha is teaching. Freedom from this round of suffering without end. Chasing after happiness, but lasting happiness never comes. So long as we have the ignorance and these wrong views. So sad, so sad. So then again, now we meditate briefly on bodhicitta. So now we're here due to the kindness of all mother sentient beings. You're here due to the kindness of your mother, father, the metro, or the person who brought you here in the car, the roads, everything. All these people, who helped you, who produced the food that you ate in your breakfast. Everything due to the kindness, effort of others. All of our practice depends on others. Every being in this room, depending on them, we can come here and benefit from holy dharma. Everybody in this room, so kind. So think, everyone wants happiness just like me, but all they get is suffering, not knowing the causes of lasting happiness. I must help them. I feel like a mother without proper arms or legs, watching her only child, drown in the river. How unbearable, I must help others, but I can't help them right now because I have so much ignorance and lack of courage and so forth in my mind. So therefore I have to become a bodhisattva, I have to become a Buddha in order to benefit all these kind mother sentient beings. There's no alternative if I want to help others. I've got to become a Buddha, fully awakened person in order to benefit others. So, Geshe-la puts at the end of the meditation, abide briefly in the experience of unconditional love, commitment to become a Buddha for the benefit of all mother sentient beings. So, again, we meditate on emptiness, and at this point, I think Geshe-la said we can already begin to visualize this bodhicitta. Those who are familiar with this practice, any sense or feeling of bodhicitta manifests as a white, flat moon disk at the center of our heart, the middle of our chest. Flat moon disk, yeah. That also will come later. So now on emptiness, again, here, again meditate on emptiness. Thinking, this demon of self-cherishing and this self-grasping, where is it to be found? Within all this body and mind, the flesh, the blood, the bones, the tissues, the organs, where is this I that I cherish so much? Which part of the mind is it? Which idea? Which of the four aggregates there? Is it in, is it in discrimination? Is it in feelings? Is it in any of the mental factors? Is it any of the primary consciousnesses that I can find? This I, this me, who is so addicted to my own happiness and full of anxiety and fear and arrogance and all the rest of it. Strong sense of me all the time. Where is it to be found? Where is the owner? This person who thinks he's the owner of the body and mind. My body, my mind, my opinion, my this, my that. Where's the owner? Where is this person? Where is this imposter? Where's this demon who's destroyed my happiness since beginningless time? Where are they? Which part of my body and mind are they in, or are they somewhere else? Lord Buddha says it's complete fabrication, total hallucination, based on beginningless ignorance. But it can be eliminated. A few stanzas here from His Holiness. Now, you can, if you wish, visualize this, any understanding, small understanding of emptiness as a white vajra standing upright on top of the moon disk at your heart. The bottom of page 43. Therefore, sentient beings resemble dreams. Upon analysis, they're like plantain trees. Whether they are released or not from sorrow, ultimately there's no difference. What is there to gain? What is there to lose when things that are empty of true existence in this way? Who is there to pay respect? Who is there to abuse? From what are pleasure and pain derived? What is there to be happy or unhappy about? When one searches for the ultimate nature, who is there to crave? What is there to crave for? Upon analysis, this world of living beings is found to have no true existence. Therefore, who can die here? What is there to come? What has been? Who are friends? Who are relatives? O you who are investigating reality, please recognize as I have done, all is just like space. Those who wish to be happy are greatly disturbed by causes for conflict and overjoyed by the causes for pleasure. In not finding happiness, they suffer, and in order to find it, they exert themselves, they argue with others, cut and stab one another. With many wrong deeds, they live in a state of great hardship. Even though they repeatedly come to happy existences and experience much pleasure there, upon dying they fall for a long time into the unbearable sufferings of lower realms. Let's go to 159. Although I strive hard to live long and avoid illness, I am concerned with hunger, rest and sleep. I am injured by others and keep meaningless company with the childish. Therefore this life swiftly passes with no meaning, and it's very hard to find the chance to investigate reality. In this state, where is there the means to reverse this beginningless habit of grasping at true existence? Furthermore, devils are exerting themselves to cast us into vast unfortunate realms. There are many mistaken paths, and it's hard to resolve doubts without the perfect way. It will be hard to find the leisure of a human life again. Extremely difficult to find the presence of the Buddhas. It is hard to forsake this flood of afflictions. Alas, sentient beings will continue to suffer. Oh, indeed, it's worth feeling sorrow for those adrift in the river of pain, who, although they experience great misery, are unaware of the suffering they go through. For example, some ascetics wash themselves again and again. Others repeatedly enter fire, but although they thereby suffer greatly, they pretend themselves as being happy. Similarly, those who mistake their sufferings for joy live as though there were no aging or death. First of all, killed by the Lord of Death, then experience the unbearable misery of falling into lower realms. When shall I be able to extinguish the pains, those tormented by the fires of suffering, with the rain of my accumulated happiness that has sprung from the clouds of not my merits? And by having in the manner of not objectifying true existence intensely, will I gather the accumulation of merit? When will I be able to reveal emptiness to those who are wretched by view of true existence? So now we again visualize that white moon disk representing the Bodhicitta resting horizontally, and the white Dorje Vajra standing upright representing the wisdom. Multiply the Vajra and the moon that are at your heart, multiply them and share them with all mother sentient beings. So it transforms, it multiplies and manifests on the heart of all mother sentient beings. And visualize all mother sentient beings are joining us now in this practice. So now, those who can, those who have space, we will stand up and make 3 prostrations to the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, and then we will sit down, kneeling on our right knee. If you can. If you have problems with your knees, no problem. Just imagine you're doing this. Okay, so those who can and have space, please, you're on your right knee. Your right knee is bad, and you can use your left knee. You can do that. Okay. So now, bottom of page 46. Go for refuge to the triple gem. I confess the negativity. I rejoice in the virtues of all the beings. I hold the precious Gurus, Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, please pay heed to me. Just as the previous Buddhas generated the mind Bodhicitta, just as they successively dwelt in the Bodhisattva practices, likewise for the benefit of all sentient beings, I will generate the mind of Bodhicitta. Likewise shall I too successfully follow the Bodhisattva practices. Again, I go for refuge to the triple gem. I confess the negativities individually. I rejoice in the virtues of all the beings. I hold the precious Buddhahood in my heart. Gurus, Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, please pay heed to me. Just as the previous Buddhas generated the mind of Bodhicitta, just as they successively dwelt in the Bodhisattva practices, sentient beings. I'll generate the mind of bodhicitta. Likewise shall I too successfully follow the bodhisattva practice. So now also remember that the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas are looking at us and very pleased with us and smiling at us as we recite it through for the third time. Oh, I go for refuge to the triple gem. I confess the negativities individually. I rejoice in the virtues of all the beings. I hold the precious Buddhahood in my heart. Gurus, Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, please pay heed to me. Just as the previous Buddha generated the mind of bodhicitta, just as they successively dwelt in the bodhisattva practices, likewise to the benefit of all sentient beings, I will generate the mind of bodhicitta. Likewise shall I too successfully follow the bodhisattva practices. So imagine the infinite numbers of replicas of Moon and Vajra at their hearts, the Buddhas. They then descend, merge with the Moon and Vajra that you visualized at your heart and at the heart of all mother sentient beings. Imagine this stabilizes the two bodhicittas of wisdom and emptiness, wisdom of emptiness, as well as the bodhicitta of great compassion within you, within all mother sentient beings. Now we make 3 prostrations again to all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, and then take your seat. Sit down. Is this correct? Okay. Is that working? Yeah. All right. So now so make a commitment that you and all mother sentient beings will never relinquish the 2 bodhicittas throughout this lifetime and in future lifetimes by reciting the following verse. Throughout my future lifetimes, may I always be guided by the compassionate Buddha and be able to uphold the 2 precious bodhicittas even at the cost of my life. Throughout my future lifetimes, may I always be guided by the compassionate Buddha, be able to uphold the 2 precious bodhicittas, even at the cost of my life. Throughout my future lifetime, may I always be guided by the compassionate Buddha, and be able to uphold the 2 precious bodhicittas, even at the cost of my life. And now to reinforce this, we rejoice, reciting the following verses. In order to further increase it from now on, those with discernment who have lucidly seized an awakening mind in this way should highly praise it in the following manner. Today my life has borne fruit. Having well obtained this human existence, I have been born in the family of the Buddha, and now I'm one of Buddha's children. Thus, whatever actions I do from now on must be in accord with the family. Never shall I disgrace or pollute this noble and unsullied race. Just like a blind man discovering a jewel in a heap of rubbish, likewise by some coincidence an awakening mind has been born in me. It is the supreme ambrosia that overcomes the sovereignty of death. It is the inexhaustible treasure that eliminates all poverty in the world. It is the supreme medicine that quells the world's disease. It is the tree that shelters all beings, wandering and tired on the path of conditioned existence. It is the universal bridge that leads to freedom, the unhappy states of birth. It is the dawning moon of the mind that dispels the torment of disturbing conceptions. It is the great sun that finally removes the misty ignorance of the world. It is the quintessential butter from the churning of the milk of dharma. for all those guests traveling on the path of conditioned existence who wish to experience the bounties of happiness. This will satisfy them with joy and actually place them in supreme bliss. Today, in the presence of all the protectors, I invite the world to be guests at a festival of temporary and ultimate delight. May gods, demigods, and all be joyful. So all sentient beings as one's guest. It's such an amazing image. When a guest comes to your house, you know they're only coming for a little while, and you take great care of your guest. You really take care. You clean your house. You bring beautiful things, to offer your guest. You make it so that your guest can be most comfortable, most happy. There's also some sadness because you know your guest is going to go at some point. So while they're with you, you take such good care of your guest. You really take care of your guest. So much love, so much gentleness, happiness when your guest comes. It breaks your heart looking after your guest. So feel all sentient beings my guest. Amazing. So now, Geshe-la wanted us to do a short Sok Puja, which comes from the Vajrayana tradition. We will recite these verses of dedication at the end when we do the other dedication verses. So you can turn to page 231. And those who know what's happening, you know what to visualize and everything. Geshe-la told me to request people to recite Tato Muni Muni Mahamuna Soha for the next, until I tell you to stop, which will be we'll be reciting everything together from verse 63. But up till verse 63, when I tell you, up until that time, you can recite, please, the Shakyamuni Buddha mantra. Those who know the practice, of course, you can do the practice. But so, who's going to lead the recitation of Shakyamuni Buddha mantra? Can somebody do that, please? Yeah. Do we have a volunteer? No. Can someone do? Because I will be doing something else. Geshe-la told me to do something else at this time. So, who's going to lead Muni Muni Mahamuna? So, come on. Where are the brave Tibet house people who... Okay, can we have some... do you have a good voice, or do you want to use this? And meanwhile, just for, to give you a taste, so whoever is sitting behind you, in front of you, next to you, whether you like them or don't like them, whether they have the kind of perfume you like or not, whether your friend or your enemy is sitting, for the next 10-20 minutes you have to regard everyone in this room as a Buddha, okay? So everyone in the room is a Buddha. You imagine everyone is, or a special, Daka, Dakini. Everyone is in the nature of light, if you prefer, that way. So think everybody in this room is special right now, and you are in a very, very special place. Everything is transformed. Even your negative thoughts are actually positive thoughts. Think that way. Everything is just the nature of the bliss and happiness and kindness. Okay, so this is the Vajrayana approach, the tantric approach. Everything is pure. Make everything pure. Okay, so so that everything is transformed. All right. So can you start? So you can think everyone is Shakyamuni Buddha. Everyone is transformed into Shakyamuni Buddha. Yeah. Thank you.
Om Muni Muni Mahamuni Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Muni Swaha. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Muni Swaha.
Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Swaha. Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Muni Swaha. Om Muni Muni Ma Swaha. Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Swaha. Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Swaha. Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Swaha. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Swaha. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Swaha. Om Muni Muni Ma 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 Muni Swaha. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Swaha. Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Swaha.
Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Swaha. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Swaha. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Swaha. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Swaha. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Swaha. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Swaha. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Swaha. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Swaha. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Swaha. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Swaha. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Swaha. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Swaha. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Swaha. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Swaha. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Swaha. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Swaha. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Swaha. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Swaha. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Swaha. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Swaha. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Swaha. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Swaha. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Swaha. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Swaha. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Swaha. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Swaha. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Swaha. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Swaha. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Swaha.
Thank you. Now verse 63 up to verse 70 together, or at least up to, yeah. It's a pity we don't have the Tibetan here. There's some beautiful tunes, but you can create the course to do it in Tibetan one day. It's very nice in Tibetan. Oh, this ocean-like sog offering of uncontaminated nectar blessed by Samadhi, Mantra and Mudra, we offer in order to please you, hosts of root and lineage gurus. Om Ahom, contented by your sport with all the splendors that could be wished for. Hey Maho, please let fall a great rain of blessing. So basically we're blessing the offerings and imagining these offerings on the altar, and in those two lovely big bags there, it's spreading throughout space, and there are offerings everywhere being offered to all of the holy beings, yeah, and in the nature of bliss and so forth. Om Ahung, Om Ahung is the body, speech and mind of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, so we're blessing everything like that. And so anyway, just imagine just a great, amazing festival, like, you know, the biggest, most enjoyable, amazing, blissful tamasha you have ever can imagine. You know, it's just all of this is filled with space. All these offerings are filling space. 64. Blessed by concentration, mantra, mudra, this ocean-like soak offering of spotless nectar, I offer for your delight assemblies of root and lineage gurus, satisfied by enjoying an abundance of all you wish. Please, I beg, let fall a great rain of blessings. Blessed by concentration, mantra and mudra, this ocean-like soak offering of spotless nectar, I offer for your delight assemblies of yidams, deities and attendants, satisfied by enjoying an abundance of all you wish. Please, I beg, let fall a great fall of powerful accomplishment. Blessed by concentration, mantra and mudra, this ocean-like soak offering of spotless nectar, I offer for your delight assemblies the most precious jewel, satisfied by enjoying an abundance of all you wish. Please, I beg, let fall a great rain of the holy Dharma. Blessed by concentration, mantra and mudra, this ocean-like sog offering of spotless nectar, I offer for your delight assemblies of darkinis and Dharma, satisfied by enjoying an abundance of all you wish for. Please, I beg, let fall a great rain of virtuous thought. Blessed by concentration, mantra and mudra, this ocean-like sog offering of spotless nectar, I offer for your delight assemblies of other sentient beings, satisfied by an abundance of all you wish. Please let delusive appearance suffering be allayed. So you can meditate for a while I quickly, just very, very quickly recite this just again, but you can just meditate or imagine the offerings and so forth being offered to all of these different kinds of beings. Blessed by Samadhi mantra. Please let follow rain. Blessed by consonant mantra mudra. Offer your altar light. Somebody's root lineage, good science, wine, enjoying abundance, holy wish. Please, I beg, let follow great rain of blessing. Blessed by concentration mantra mudra. Satisfied by enjoying abundance, holy wish. Please, powerful attainments. Blessed by concentration mantra mudra. Such like so, spotless nectar, offer your light. Assembly of the most precious jewel. Satisfied by enjoying an abundance, holy wish. Please, I beg, let follow great rain. Holy Dharma. Blessed by concentration mantra mudra. Such like so, spotless nectar. Offer your light. Assemblies of darkness, Dharma protected, satisfied by enjoying an abundance, holy wish. Please, I beg, let fall a great rain of virtuous peace. Or like so, covering spotless nectar of your light. Assemblies of mother sentient beings satisfied by enjoying an abundance, holy wish. Please let delusive experience and suffering be allayed. Or this is like so, covering command and nectar. Bless my Samadhi mantra mother. We offer in order, please you, host of the Om Ahong. Maho let fall a great rain. Bless my concentration mantra mother. This is like so, covering spotless nectar of your light. Assemblies of root lineage, Guru satisfied by enjoying an abundance, holy wish. Please I let fall a great rain. Blessing. Bless my concentration mantra mother. This is like so, covering spotless nectar of your light, assemblies of the abundance, and then by joining the abundance, holy wish, please, I beg, let fall a great rain, powerful. Bless my concentration mantra, mudra, bless my please let elusive appearance and sufferings be allayed. So then we, those who know this practice, you can imagine your Guru is here, or His Holiness, or whatever. Look, Venerable, the great circle of soul. You have followed in the track of the Sugatas of the 3 times, and are the source of all powerful attainments. Since we realize this, O great hero, who has forsaken the conceptualizing mind, please enjoy continually this circle of soul. Ha-la-la, ho. Very good. With nature inseparable from the 3 Vadas, I visualize myself as a Guru Yidam, this nectar of immaculate wisdom, without stirring from bodhicitta. I drink to satisfy the deities dwelling in my body. What great bliss! So then, do we haven't got any sokma. So okay, so now we just do it by imagination. That some of the special blessed offering, we just imagine that some of it is being taken out by an attendant and being offered to the Geshe-la said they are special spirits actually, not enlightened. They are special spirits who have been subdued, sworn to oath by Guru Rinpoche, Padmasambhava. So they help Dharma practitioners. They help us in our practice of Dharma. So imagine we are giving some of the offerings to these Dharma, not really Dharma protectors, kind of what they're called here in verse 77 is oath-bound realm protectors. So they protect and they're bound to their oaths by the power of Padmasambhava, Guru Rinpoche. Okay. So oh, this ocean of remaining tzok, of uncontaminated nectar, blessed by samadhi, mantra, mudra, we offer to please you, hosts of oath-bound realm protectors, Om Ahong, contented by your sport with all the splendors that could be wished for. Emaho, please accomplish the virtuous conduct of the yogic path as you have pledged. So imagine now that it's being taken out, being offered, and later some will probably be taken out and offered physically. Just imagine mentally now that you are making the realm protectors and all of these supporting spirits who are on the good side, on the Dharma side, they are being made highly happy and satisfied with this offering. As we recite the following verses, or by offering this ocean of remaining salt to the guests who are left together with their entourage, may the precious teachings proliferate, may the upholders of the teachings, the offering patrons together with their entourage, especially we yogis, all gain freedom from sickness, long life, fame, good fortune, abundant wealth as wished for. Bestow on us the powerful attainments of action such as pacification, increase and so forth. O oath-bound protectors, protect us. Help us obtain all powerful attainments. Make us meet no untimely death, sickness, demons or interfering spirits. us. See that we have no bad dreams, ill omens, or calamities. May we have worldly happiness, good crops and harvest. May the Dharma flourish, all goodness and joy come about. May all the wishes in our minds be fulfilled by the force of this bountiful giving. May I become a self-evolved Buddha for the sake of all sentient beings. By this gesture of generosity, may I liberate the multitudes of beings who are not liberated by the Buddhas of the past. So imagine they have received the offering and are happy. Normally these offerings are taken to a high place in the building or wherever you are, and the Dharma protectors, the realm protectors, take what they need mentally, and the birds eat the rest. Okay, so now we're already 2 minutes over time, but I think no one can stop us doing the entire stage of the path prayer, because Geshe-la told us to do it, and it's very, very important in case we've forgotten that the essential basis of all of this is the stages of the path. So we can all recite together, and then after that we will recite the dedication verses. And if you're too tired to recite or whatever, you need to rest, you rest. If otherwise, just visualize, think of good thoughts. But this is an amazing prayer, so try to follow it if you can. O Holy Venerable Guru, Supreme Field of Merit, inspire me to make offerings, devoted requests to you, O Protectors, root of all well-being, that I may come under your joyous care. Inspire me to realize how this opportune and fortunate rebirth is rare, found but once, quickly lost, thereby undistracted by the meaningless works of this life, sees its meaningful lesson. Afraid as I am of the searing blaze of suffering in the lower realms, inspire me to take heartfelt refuge in the three precious gems, and to fervently strive at avoiding non-virtue and accomplishing all collections of virtue. Violently tossed as I am by waves of delusion and karma, plagued by hordes of sea monsters, three suffering. Inspire me to develop intense longing to be free, this dreadful, boundless, great ocean of existence. Having abandoned views this unbearable prison of cyclic existence, a pleasure grove. Inspire me to train in the three trainings, the store of the Arya's treasures, thereby uphold the banner of liberation. I have considered how all these tormented beings are my mothers, who have kindly cared for me again and again. Inspire me to develop unfeigned compassion, like that of a loving mother for her precious child. Nor as no one desires even the slightest suffering, nor ever has enough happiness. There is no difference between myself and others. Therefore, inspire me to rejoice when others are happy. This chronic disease of cherishing myself is the cause of unwanted suffering. Perceiving this, may I inspire to blame, begrudge, and destroy this monstrous demon of self-cherishing. Cherishing my mothers, seeking to secure them in bliss, is the gateway to infinite virtue. Seeing this, may I be inspired to hold them dearer than my life, even should they arise as my enemies. In brief, infantile beings labor only for a gain alone, while the Buddhas work solely for others. Understanding the distinction between their respective faults and virtues, may I be inspired to be able to exchange myself for others. Cherishing myself as the doorway to all downfall. Cherishing my mothers is the foundation of everything good. Inspire me to make the core of my practice the yoga of exchanging myself for others. Therefore, O Venerable Compassionate Guru, bless me so that all karmic obscurations and sufferings of other migrators may ripen upon me right now, that I may give others my happiness and virtuous deeds, in order that all sentient beings have happiness. Through the world, beings therein are full of the fruits of evil. Undesired sufferings shower upon me like rain. Inspire me to see them as means to exhaust the results of negative karma, to take these miserable conditions to the path. In short, no matter what appearances may arise, be they good or bad, inspire me to take them into a path enhancing the two bodhicittas. Through the practice of the five forces, the essence of the Dharma, thus only enjoy a mind of happiness. Inspire me to immediately conjoin with meditation whatever I encounter by the skillful means of having the four applications, to make this opportune rebirth by practicing advice, commitments of mind training, so that I may rescue all beings from the vast ocean of becoming. Inspire me to master true bodhicitta. Through love, compassion, superior intention, conjoined with the technique of mounting, taking, and giving upon the breath. Inspire me to eagerly strive in the practice of the three moralities of the Mahayana, to bind my mind stream with the pure bodhisattva vow, single path journeyed by victorious ones at 3 times. Inspire me to transform my body, wealth, and virtue 3 times into the object desired by each sentient being. Through the practice device of enhanced detached giving, complete the perfection of generosity. Inspire me to complete the perfection of moral conduct by working for sentient beings, accumulating virtuous qualities, not transgressing the bounds of pratimoksha, bodhicitta, tantric vows, even at the cost of my life. Should all 9 types of beings of the 3 realms become angry at me, abuse, upbraid, threaten, or even kill me, inspire me to complete the perfection of patience, and undisturbed work for their benefit in response to their harm, even if I must remain in the fires of Vichy for an ocean of eons for the sake of each sentient being. Inspire me to complete the perfection of joyous effort. Through compassion, strive for complete enlightenment. in avoiding the faults of dullness, agitation, and distraction, with one pointed concentration set on the mode of existence of all phenomena, emptiness of true existence. Inspire me to complete the perfection of concentration through the wisdom discriminating suchness, conjoined with the induced tranquility and great bliss. Inspire me to complete the perfection of wisdom through the space-like yoga absorbed on the ultimate truth. Inspire me to perfect the illusion-like concentration by realizing how all outer and inner phenomena lack true existence yet still appear, like illusion streams or the moon's reflection in a still lake. Samsara and nirvana have not an atom of true existence, while dependent arising by cause and effect is non-deceptive. Inspire me to realize the import of Nagarjuna thought, that these two are not contradictory but complementary. Then through the kindness of my helpsman, Vajradhara, inspire me to cross the labyrinthine ocean of Tantra, by holding my vows and pledges, the roots of Siddhi is dearer than my life. Inspire me to cleanse all stains of attachment to ordinary appearance through the first stage yoga of transforming birth, death and bhardo into the conqueror's three bodies, and to see all that appears of the deity, seizing your feet or protect upon the eight pillars of my heart. Within the central channel, inspire me to actualize the path uniting clear light, illusory body in this very lifetime. So in order to complete the points of the path, the time of death, inspire me that I may reach pure land by the instructions applying the five forces, or by the forceful means to enlightenment, the Guru's transference mine. Inspire me and become your chief disciple, holding every secret of your body, speech and mind. O Protector, please grant me the good fortune to be the very foremost of your retinue, wherever you manifest Buddhahood, that all my temporal ultimate wishes and needs be effortlessly and spontaneously fulfilled. Having been thus entreated, pray grant this request, O Supreme Guru, so you might bless me happily light on the crown of my head, and once again set your radiant feet firmly on the corolla of my lotus heart. I dedicate the merit thus gathered towards the realization of the aims and deeds of Buddhism, children of three time, and to the upholding of the doctrine of scripture and insight. May I in all my life through the force of this merit never separate from the four wheels of the great vehicle, and accomplish all the stages of the path, renunciation, bodhicitta, perfect view, and the two stages. Through the excellence of whatever white virtues there are in samsara and nirvana, may all be auspicious for us to be free here and now from all misfortune and hardship, and thus enjoy glorious, perfect, celestial treasure of temporal, ultimate virtue and goodness. May all be auspicious for the Buddha's teachings so long endure, through your centers of Dharma, omniscient Losang Dagpa, being filled with hosts of monks and yogis, striving single-pointedly to master the three pure training, having request your blessings, Losang Dagpa, who from the time of your youth made request to the Supreme Guru Yadam. May all be auspicious for you, Losang Vajradhara, spontaneously to grant the wishes of others. May all be auspicious for all our desired endowments to swell like a lake in the summer rain, bringing unbroken flow of rebirths of leisure in faultless families, so that we may pass our days and nights with your holy Dharma, O Losang, and thus delight in the glories of perfection, by the collection of whatever virtuous deeds others and I have done, and shall do from now until enlightenment. May all be auspicious, O holy, venerable one, for your body of form to remain in this land, immutable like a Vajra. Back to page 49 for the dedication prayers there first. 49.
Shall we open the talk?
Yeah, you can offer any time. Yeah. So while we're offering the dedication prayers, we will receive something, and that's a reward for being here so long and being so patient. I dedicate them, page 49. I dedicate the merit thus gathered towards the realization of the deeds and the prayers of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the three times, and to the upholding of the doctrine of scripture and insight. May I in all lives, through the force of this merit, never separate from the four wheels of the Mahayana vehicle, and accomplish all the stages of the path, renunciation, bodhicitta, perfect view, and the two stages. From my two collections, vast of space that I've amassed from working with effort at this practice for great length of time, may I become the chief leading Buddha for all those whose minds' wisdom eye is blinded by ignorance.
The leftover to the spirit and
yeah, someone can take up later. Yeah. Now, page 278. Or hold on, 278. 278. First, a long life prayer for His Holiness in Tibetan. Oi gangri rawe korwe jingam te pendan dewa mali jungwe ne chere ziwan denjing yazo ye shape zite bardo tengye achi in the land encircled by snow mountains. You're the source of all happiness and good. All-powerful Chenrezi Tenzin Gyatso, please remain until samsara ends. Maybe reflect on that for a while. That His Holiness stay for a long time. Also gives time for some of the offerings to be distributed. And also remember your own gurus. May they have very long and healthy lives. Yes, we're supposed to open our bags and give something back. So, you can imagine if His Holiness would hear, he would be looking at us and chuckling, laughing as we tear open our packet of crisps and get distracted by these, it's sog actually, it's nectar. This is the precious nectar. We shouldn't see it as ordinary crisps or anything. But His Holiness, I think, would be very happy. So feel we're making His Holiness happy and having a long life. Pray for His Holiness' long life. His Holiness was a bit sick recently, and they say that for beings like His Holiness, his sickness is not ordinary sickness. It's also a kind of manifestation, a reflection of the degeneration of sentient beings and of our minds. So may we develop purer minds so that His Holiness has a longer life and harmonious minds. Okay, we carry on. Just as a brave Manjushri and Samantabhadra too realize things as they are, also I dedicate all these merits in the best way that I may follow their perfect example. I dedicate all these roots of virtue with the dedication praise to the best, my victorious ones, the scorn of the three times, so that I might perform the noble Bodhisattva's deed. May the Supreme Bodhicitta that has not arisen arise and grow. May that which has arisen not diminish, but increase more and more. That purrs in Tibetan also. Ho jang cho sem cho riam bo che mai ki pa nam ki ku ji kya pa nyam ba me pa yang gai ne gan du bel wara sho. Then His Holiness's favorite verse from Shantideva's Bodhicharya Avatara. As long as space remains, as long as sentient beings remain, until then may I too remain, to dispel the miseries of the world. Due to the merits of these virtuous actions, may I quickly attain the state of a Guru Buddha, and lead all beings without exception into that enlightened state. I dedicate the merit thus gathered towards the realization of the deeds and the prayers to all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the three times, and to the upholding of the Dharma of teaching and realization. May I in all life, through the force of this merit, never separate from the four wheels of the Mahayana vehicle, and accomplish all the stages of the path, renunciation, bodhicitta, perfect view, and the two stages. With the wish to free all beings, I shall always go for refuge to the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha until I reach enlightenment. Inspired by wisdom and compassion, today in the Buddha's presence, I generate the mind of full awakening for the benefit of all sentient beings. I go for refuge to the triple gem. I confess the negativities individually. I rejoice in the virtues of all the Buddha. I hold precious Buddha in my heart. So remember the bodhicitta. This is actually the bodhicitta part. Remember the bodhicitta we generated. We're going to keep it in our hearts, not just today, but as long as we can, even into the future lives. So we can remember the moon disk and Vajra at our heart. all the suffering beings. We remember them. May we be able to help them. You see so many all the time, from our car, from the vehicle, whatever. All of them, all the beings, hold them in our hearts and do not give up on them. Keep on working for them. Or the path of the union of emptiness and compassion is loosely explained by the protector of both the Dharma and the beings of the snowland. You are the lotus holder, Tenzin Gyatso. We supplicate you that your wishes are fulfilled spontaneously. May the operations of evil thoughts and deeds of the negative forces of humans and non-human who harbor malice through perverted prayers against the teaching of the Buddha be totally vanquished with the power of the truth of the three jewels. In all my lives, never separated from perfect Guru. May I enjoy the magnificent Dharma by completing the qualities of stages and paths. May I quickly attain the state of Vajradhara. Throughout my future lifetimes, may I always be guided by Arya Manjushri, be able to uphold the Dharma in general and the teaching of independent origination in particular, even at the cost of my life. Then there are 2 pages of 274. 274, beautiful Lamrim dedication prayer. And we'll meditate a bit after verse 4. Page 274. From my 2 collections, vaster space that I've amassed from working with effort at this practice for a greater time, may I become the chief leading Buddha for all those whose minds' wisdom eye is blinded by ignorance. Even if I do not reach this state, may I be held in your loving kindness for all lives, Manjushri. May I find the best of the complete graded paths of the teaching. May I please all the Buddhas by my practice, using skillful means drawn by the strong force of compassion. May I clear the darkness from the minds of all beings, with the points of the path as I've discerned them. May I uphold Buddha's teachings for a very long time, with my heart going out with great compassion in whatever directions the most precious teachings have not yet spread, or once spread have declined. May I reveal this treasure of happiness and aid. So now in India, it's only due to His Holiness's kindness really that authentic Buddha Dharma again came to India, It disappeared for about 1,000 years, 900, 1,000 years. So now it's up to us, especially Indian people, and great responsibility for those of the Himalayan region also, who are inspired by that tradition for so long, to help revive. It says we must revive the teachings as much as possible in India. See where the teachings once were, when they have declined. So may we reveal this treasure of happiness and aid again in India, and again feel great gratitude towards His Holiness and Geshe-la, all the people who are helping so much revive the Dharma in India. So may that be more and more successful. May we be able to reach out and touch all of the people who are calling themselves Buddhists and are Buddhists, the Ambedkar Buddhists, so many Buddhists, may they all find great happiness and fulfill the stages and paths. All of our Buddhist brothers and sisters had become very beneficial again in India. May the minds of those who wish for liberation be granted bounteous peace, the Buddha's deeds be nourished for a long time, by even this graded path to enlightenment traversed completely due to the wondrous virtuous conduct of the Buddhas and their children. May all human, non-human beings who eliminate adversity and create conducive conditions practicing the excellent paths never be separated in any of their lives from the purest path praised by the Buddhas. Whenever someone makes an effort to act in accordance with the tenfold Mahayana virtuous practices, may they always be assisted by the mighty ones, and may oceans of prosperity spread everywhere. Spend a few moments, your own personal dedication. You can dedicate for people who are sick, people who have just died, people who are very unhappy or feel lack of direction in their life. May they find joyous direction. May we help them in that way. All who are sad and lonely, may we help them. All your friends, all the people you want to pray for. And for the Indian people at this important time when a new government will be coming, so may that new government be beneficial for the country. May obstacles that undoubtedly will arise be quickly dispelled. It's important also, it is said, to dedicate that the leaders, important leaders, political leaders, develop love and compassion, wisdom, so that many people can benefit from that. And may all of us have long lives, healthy, happy, always be harmonious with others, especially our Dharma brothers and sisters. May we never be separated from the authentic Buddha Dharma in this and future lives. And especially for the new people here, may they all come back again and again to Tibet House and get much benefit from being in this place. It is blessed by His Holiness and many other holy beings. And those who are engaged in their diploma and master studies, may they get great benefit from these studies. And don't forget, also pray strongly for Geshe Dorje Damdola's long and healthy life, his amazing activities for others. May that spread. May Geshe-la have good health, and may he listen to good advice from people who love him, to rest now and again, and not get too exhausted. And then may our lives become so meaningful that whoever even sees us or hears about us or speaks nicely of us or badly of us, may they all benefit, may they have great benefit and find the opportunity to awaken. Okay. Thank you all so very much for your patience, and sorry I went over time, but we did start late, so we're only 5 minutes late. It's 35 minutes minus 30. It's my calculation. So thank you very much, and apologies for any mistakes, and yeah, have a good day, and keep safe and happy. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Venerable Kabirji. And also I would like to thank all of you for coming over here and grace this occasion. And teas and refreshments are served at the adjacent hall, at the left side of this hall. And the prayer book, please kindly return it back on the reception desk. And yeah, one more thing. There's an exhibition, the 12 deeds of Lord Buddha's and Lord Buddha's exhibitions in the museum, and I hope you'll enjoy in the museum. Yeah, thank you. I will see you soon again.